Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to part 3. This is the last installment of a ultralight backpacking, hunting, camping stove review. We're testing 3 stoves. So far we've tested 2, the Primus Mini Trail and the MSR Pocket Rocket 2. This is the wild card. I mostly bought this stove because I like to test things for myself and see how they stack up. I'm really big on doing things on your own and not necessarily believing 100% of what you read on the internet. However, I understand you guys are watching this on the internet, but you can trust me. I'm giving you 100% real deal advice to the best of my ability. My channel is not sponsored or paid by anyone in any way. It's all out of pocket by myself. Out of the goodness of my heart and out of personal curiosity and gear obsession. So anyways, the third stove, the wildcard stove, is a Lixada. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Lixada Outdoor. And this stove you can get for like 14 bucks on Amazon. And they advertise it at 25 grams, you guys. It's absolutely insane. This thing's like a pack of gum. Alright. The Pocket Rocket 2 is light at 74 grams. I thought the Mini Trail was light for the last few years packing it around. It's almost 200 grams. So this Lixada is like 1/8 the weight of the Mini Trail. It's entirely titanium and it collapses in a very similar way to the Pocket Rocket. I don't know how it's going to perform, however, it's super intriguing. I'm really curious how it's going to do boiling water, how efficient it is, and I'm glad to have you guys along on the way. We can figure out whether this thing's a piece of junk or not, or whether it's worth adding to your backcountry kit and saving weight big time. This thing's 1/3 of the weight of the Pocket Rocket, and you know, that's just unbelievable. We'll see how it does. Okay, guys. So exact same test as the last 2 stoves have gone through. We're going to look at the packaging as much as we can. It's pretty sparse on the Lixada, although. What do you expect for 15 bucks out of China? So that's not to say all Chinese stuff is bad. I've had a few products that are pretty good come out of China that I'm still using to this day. We'll have a quick look right here of our last 2 contestants. We've got the Mini Trail, Primus Mini Trail there, made in Sweden. The MSR Pocket Rocket 2. Made in Korea, and then our wild card, which I haven't even unwrapped yet. Well, okay, I have unwrapped it, I rewrapped it so you guys can see what exactly you get. The Lixada Chinese 100% titanium ultralight. So they advertise this thing at 25 grams. We'll see how close to that it really is. Trying to do this with one hand. So bear with me here, guys. Okay, just a regular standard run-of-the-mill blister pack there. This is kind of nice. They give you a little storage bag there for it. That's something they definitely didn't have to do. It's not as nice as the quality on the bag that you get with the Primus, but whatever. So let's have a look at the scale. Fire our scale here up. Okay, in ounces, the titanium Lixada is 0.8 of 1 ounce. 24 grams. It's actually a gram lighter than advertised. And with its carrying bag, what do we got there? 27 grams with the bag. So that is absolutely unbelievable. Just to get a zero or get a marker of where we're at with our fuel here. at 4.2 ounces. The mini trail burned this thing down from 4.5 to 4.2. We're at 4.2, and we will see how the Lixada does as far as efficiency is concerned and boil times. I'm going to try to expand this with one hand. It may be difficult, so just stand by, guys. I may have to put my camera back on the tripod. So it's really similar to the mini trail, or the pocket rocket. I'm losing my mind here. So these have a little detent, and they just lock in on the detent. There you go. It collapses out easy enough, or expands out easy enough a guy can do it with one hand. So there's little detents here. You can kind of see that the titanium arms swing out into. It's kind of a different style burner. It's got a little bit of a radial kind of job to it here. However, the valve itself, it's got the same folding style valve as the pocket rocket, and actually if you turn it, it actually doesn't feel super cheap. Like it's really smooth. There's no crunchiness to it. That's the brand, Lixada or Lixada. I don't know. Maybe I don't know how to pronounce that. The threading, honestly, I've seen prettier threads cut in my life. As long as these don't leak gas, I don't care. This is totally titanium, so you're not going to have any corrosion or rust issues. Overall, guys, the in-hand quality or impression isn't too bad. So we'll screw it onto our ISO fuel and see what we get for a burn. I've got the fire extinguisher out on the counter for this one. Hopefully we don't have any issues. Okay guys, we got this thing set up and ready to rock here. I don't call lots of things cute, but I mean, you look at this thing compared to the size of your hand. I will call this stove cute. This is an adorable stove. So your hunting buddies, your hiking buddies, even your girlfriend may make fun of you for owning this thing. But I won't. I think this thing is badass so far. I screwed it onto the can and there was no leaking, so my concerns with the threading or the quality of the threads cut on the valve itself so far aren't any issues. I smelled right around the can here, right around the lip, to see if any of the ISO gas was leaking. It's got that kind of garbage scent they add to all natural fuels, so you can smell if you've got a leak or whatnot. And there are no leaks, so I feel it is safe to fire this bad boy up and see where we're at. Okay, put the water on and start. I'm gonna crank this thing up, see what kind of flame she throws. That's about max right there. So it's a small burner, but we'll see if this is the little train that could. I can tell immediately, just compared to the Primus and the pocket rocket, the MSR, just the sound of the flame, you can tell it's much quieter. It's not throwing nearly the power that the other two were throwing. The other two were super loud in the house, and this one's quite quiet. However, that may not affect the boil time. We'll see. One thing that's concerning is how red the titanium arms are getting there. I don't know if that's normal or what, but we'll see, I guess. We're already getting bubbles forming, so we're doing good. Okay guys, we're just about at boil. It's gonna be pretty freaking close to the other two here. I'm gonna call that call that a boil right there, and we're at just went over 259. I'm gonna call the boil at 259, guys. So it's right there. Turn the gas off. That's as much of a boil as we called the other two at. So wow, that's impressive. I mean, the flame didn't look nearly as large as the other two stoves. Maybe it's just got to do with the way the flame was concentrated on the bottom of the cup of the Stanley cup there. I'm not sure, but the Lixada titanium was within 10 seconds, plus or minus a few seconds, to the Primus and to the MSR. So this is, wow, just a fantastic little stove. I'm totally shocked. It works. It's super light, feels pretty quality in the hand, and you know, it'll boil water within 10 seconds of the big boys. It's fantastic. Okay guys, we're finished our boil with the Lixada, and we'll see what we consumed for fuel. We were at 4.2. We're at 4.0. So the Lixada, our little Mighty Mouse over here, consumes 0.2 of an ounce of fuel to do one boil. So here we are for a size comparison with the other two. You can get an idea of what we're dealing with. So the Lixada is the most efficient. It's got the smallest burner. I guess that shouldn't be shocking. The Pocket Rocket 2 is the second most efficient with second largest burner. And the Primus Mini Trail is the least efficient. Mind you, it's got by far and away the largest burner surface. Okay guys, hopefully you found all this stuff informative. I really like doing these gear comparisons. I'd like to do it with other components as well. So if you guys have any ideas of what you'd like to have compared, I'd love to go through some other stuff with you guys. Just maybe comment and let's throw some ideas around. And if you like the channel so far, please subscribe, and we'll go do some adventuring and gear testing and hunting together. Alright, take care guys.